this is your secret sauce. I want to get to that a question from your perspective, but I think you have a lot of secret sauce that somebody who's running a business right now is going, oh, slow down here. So let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. So obviously the first step is determining who your market, your demographic is. Someone who's 25 or 30 uses Instagram and TikTok way more. And a lot of the older generation likes to use Facebook still. I think you still get a mix of everyone going on everything, but where they're spending the most time. And so it's determining what that demographic is. And then that's where you are going to want to invest the most of your time to. But I don't think it's good to leave out a platform completely, because I do, like my dad, he is always scrolling on TikTok. Yes, his feed, his For You page is what they call it, is very different content than what I get served, but they're still using it. But I think the difficult part about social media, the best part about it is that it can be organic. Like, you don't have to pay to boost posts or anything, and you can still get your stuff out there. So it's great to use for organic and a free way of advertising. But I think the way that the space has changed too is that the algorithm, like with TikTok, when TikTok first came out, like people were blowing up, like with the most random videos that you wouldn't have expected. I was getting so many views on my first videos I ever posted. And I think I have between like 7,000 or 9,000 followers on TikTok. And I don't really post on TikTok right now that much at all. I was a lot more consistent with it, but something switched in the algorithm where videos weren't really getting pushed out. And so during COVID is actually when it really took off, and a lot of people became almost like famous from it and started basically their own brand. And then they were able to continue because they had like in the millions of followers that they were able to generate during that time. That was one difficult thing I struggled with being in the TV world, is they owned my brand and I wasn't allowed to do things outside of it. And so I was kind of had my hand tied in that space. So I didn't really get to dabble in it at that point, but unless it was just like fun videos with friends and things like that. But now Instagram, like you can post on Instagram pictures, but the biggest thing is Reels now. And so I think that's also because TikTok was these videos and it was doing so well. And so then all these other apps have to change. How do we keep up?
So I remember talking to a guy who was a fishing guide, and the analogy I think is appropriate. You get on this speedboat and he just blasts to a corner of the lake and he drops these lures and fishes, and he fishes for 15 minutes. Nope, it's not working. Goes to another bait. He's constantly adjusting and seeing where this elusive school of fish is. And I find that all of the platforms and all the social media are doing the same thing. The algorithm we don't really understand or not told about.
And it's constantly changing. So
Yes,
once
yes.
you understand it, it changes again.
Yeah, so exactly right. So right now today, and we're not gonna hold you to it because it's gonna move. If you're gonna post on TikTok, who's the audience? What are you posting? What are you saying? What's your strategy to catch fish on TikTok?
If I'm the one who's fishing, or am I using...
Just basically, I'm going to get in your boat and you're going to say, we're going to go to TikTok Point. Here's why, because this is what the fish look like over there. This is what they're biting. Now, there's another part as you're talking to, well, maybe my company doesn't want any of those kind of fish. I get that. But for anybody watching now, we have to be everything to all people. Who is biting at TikTok Lake and how are you fishing for them?